Hey supermoms, are you ready to turn your dreams into reality and find the perfect balance between family and work? Join the Work at Home Moms community. Click the link in the video description to find out more and start your journey to financial freedom and fulfillment.
An 11th-hour decision to halt a plan to charge a fee for cars entering the heart of New York City has provoked outrage from environmental advocates and Democratic lawmakers, potentially scuppering hopes of congestion pricing taking hold in any U.S. city in the near future. New York City was, on June 30th, primed to be the first American city to toll drivers in its traffic-clogged center, with cars entering Manhattan south of 60th Street set to be charged $15 a day in a plan heralded as a landmark moment in tackling air pollution, helping curb carbon emissions and providing a funding boost for New York's sprawling yet beleaguered public transit system. Yet, on Wednesday, Kathy Hochul, New York's governor, said she had come to the difficult decision that implementing the planned congestion pricing system risks too many unintended consequences, adding that had directed an indefinitely pause to the system. Hochul cited concerns over the plan's cost to low-income people who drive into Manhattan at a time of relatively high inflation, although a political calculation has also shaped the governor's thinking, with suburban districts near to New York City rife with car-owning voters expected to be closely contested in November elections. But supporters of the plan say that New York has missed a crucial opportunity to follow cities around the world, such as London and Stockholm, that have managed to enact congestion pricing in a successful way, with lawsuits now expected to try to force through the scheme. I've been in touch with a lot of urban planners and city officials around the country and I can't remember these people being as furious as they have been in the last 24 hours, said David Zipper, a transportation expert and senior fellow at the MIT Mobility Initiative. New York is America's biggest city, with the lowest levels of car ownership and highest share of transit ridership. You'd expect to see congestion pricing there first. Los Angeles and Boston were looking to New York. This could have spread nationwide, and yet Hochul has decided that low-income residents matter less than a few grumpy suburbanites. It's deflating and it's a slap in the face. The decision is disastrous to both the city and the broader economic region since the benefits of free-flowing traffic and faster commutes outweigh the costs, said Rich Geddes, an infrastructure expert at Cornell University. Some cite concerns about equity associated with congestion pricing, but traffic congestion itself disproportionately hurts the poor, with city buses and other public transportation stuck in bumper-to-bumper traffic. Hochul herself was until recently a vocal backer of congestion pricing, which would have generated around $1 billion a year in revenue destined for upgrades to the accessibility and signaling in New York's creaking subway system, as well as a fleet of new electric buses. Fewer cars means safer streets, cleaner air and more room to maneuver for pedestrians and bicyclists, the governor said just 2 weeks ago. In that way, expanded train service or an extra subway stop can actually change the trajectory of someone's life. That's powerful. That's what cities are meant to do. In December, at a rally in support of congestion pricing, Hochul said, somewhat ironically, that leaders are called upon to envision a better future, be bold in the implementation and execution, and be undaunted by the opposition. Transportation is the largest contributor of greenhouse gas emissions in the U.S., although advocates for the plan have largely focused on its more immediate benefits, cutting air pollution that worsens conditions such as asthma in city residents, as well as freeing up space in New York's famously cluttered streets. Around 700,000 vehicles enter the lower half of Manhattan each day, often at a crawl. The average travel speed is now around 7 miles per hour, down from around 9 miles per hour 15 years ago. Around half of New York City households do not have a car, with 85% of commuters to Manhattan using the city's network of subways, trains and buses to get there. It's estimated that only 1.5% of all commuters under the plan would pay the full $15 fee. We cannot allow a vocal minority of drivers who don't qualify for exemptions and discounts to dictate our policy decisions, said Jerry Nadler, a Democrat whose House of Representative district includes central Manhattan. The decision was celebrated by opponents, however. W.